Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Fireside Chat with Tawana. For our Fireside Chat is all about talking and getting to know some of our nominees, our honorees, and some of our sponsors as well. So tonight we are going to be talking to one of our nominees, Sharonda Grandberry. Insert clap here. But joining me tonight is my special co-host, Courtney. I am going to let Courtney talk a little bit about who she is and what she does in the industry. Courtney.
Thank you, Tawana. So, hey, everybody. My name is Courtney. I'm an aspiring plus size model. I've done some shows here and there, still getting my feet wet. And I had the pleasure of volunteering last year for the Full Figure Industry Awards, which was great. I had a good time, met some great people, and I'm back again to do it this year.
Yes, y'all, we didn't break her, honey. She is coming back. So Courtney is coming back as one of our lead volunteers. Thank you for your time. We appreciate your professionalism. Everybody loved you. And girl, when you mentioned that you are an aspiring model, honey, I need you to say it with your chest. I am an aspiring model. I'm out here doing big things, y'all. That's what
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
need your speech to be.
And that.
Period. Because that modeling is a job, honey. That's a task. That's a task that I do not want somebody else to do it because it won't be me. So, Sharonda Grandberry, before we get into you, let's do this. Let's get this part out the way. If you guys are not saving a date for the Full Figure Industry Awards, make sure you do so right now. Get out your trusted little phones, get your calendar out, and put it in your calendar. November 4th, 2023. It is going down at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center. The who is who in the plus industry is going to be there, but will you be there? Make sure you get your tickets. Thefires.com, THEFFIAS.com. If you forget it, the Full Figure Industry Awards. I wore a shirt just for y'all, so y'all will not forget. So let's get into Sharonda Grandberry. First of all, congratulations on your nomination once again. This is what 2 or 3 years for you. Three, honey, three. Hopefully, third time is the charm for you.
Yes,
You are nominated for Outstanding Stylist. Congratulations on that nomination. Very
thank
well
you.
deserved. If y'all not following Sharonda Grandberry on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, are you on Threads yet?
I'm a little hesitant. I was invited, but I'm a little hesitant.
Girl, listen. Listen. We're gonna talk about that on another show, but you guys make sure you tell them where they can follow you before we get into the nitty gritty of who you are and dig all into your business, honey.
Yes, ma'am. So on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, Pink Throne Styles, and then again on Instagram, Forever Fashion, and also on TikTok, Forever Fashion 24_8.
You got a website? Of
I
course you
do.
got a website because you professional.
I do. My website is www.pinkthronestyles.com.
It's a S at the end of styles, y'all. I'm
Yes.
gonna need y'all to not get that wrong. So Sharonda has styled me for a couple of times for some of my shoots. If y'all follow me on Instagram, my first name and my last name, Tawana Blasingame, you'll see some of the photo shoots that I did in the past. I'm not a model by far, so don't get up there and judge me or harshly. But Sharonda has styled me for most of those shoots, and thank you, girl. I appreciate you.
You're
I worked with
welcome.
a lot of the nominees, which makes it so difficult for me. I remove myself from the process each and every year because I'm too close to people. So I don't want nobody to call me and be like, girl, did I win? I can't tell. So in any case, Sharonda, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. How long have you been styling?
I have officially, my business started in 2019, but undercover, I call it, since 2017. I used to style some of the models that I worked with, and my first model that I styled, she actually was in Queen Size magazine in 2017.
Yep. I remember I remember the green dress with the cape. but I don't remember her name.
Dominique
Gorgeous.
Johnson.
Yes,
Dominique Johnson.
Dominique. Dominique. I remember the dress. So, but now 2019 is when you became official, but you've been doing this for a minute.
I have. Yes, I have been doing this for quite some time.
Yes. Tell us about some of the people that you styled outside of the industry, because y'all don't know. Sharonda holds a lot of stuff close to her chest. Everything that she has done, you won't see on social media. I know because I know Sharonda, but tell people about some of the people that you have had the pleasure of styling. Let's inside and outside of the industry. Why not?
Okay, so goodness. Inside of the industry, Janelle, I don't know if you remember, she's
Chanel Simmons. We know
Janelle
Chanel.
Simmons. So you caught me off guard with this. Now I gotta go remember and get all the list of people. I'm like, okay. A lot of models, Keisha Peoples, Dion Reeves for her production that she had in her the network in the Black Shiro.
Black Shiro, honey. Shout
Yeah,
out to
so
Black Shiro.
she's the lead in Black Shiro. Goodness, Tawana, you put me on the spot.
I know.
So
I hate that.
outside of the industry, now see, I'm gonna come back and be like, okay, I can just roll these names off. But outside of the industry, I've worked with Jay Bolin. I've worked with the first NFL coach for the New York Jets. I've worked with quite some people, quite a lot of people. I worked with the perfume lady, Miss Jackie Hadnot. I've worked Dr. Jackie Hadnot. I worked with Dr. Cubion. I've worked quite a few people.
Yeah. So, and Sharonda has been hired to do private showings.
Yes. For she used to be gosh, what is her name? But she used to be under Barack Obama as his secretary for religious affairs. So I did a private show for her.
Honey,
Yeah.
I don't out here styling
I
people.
try to post it, but because of my schedule, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's a lot. And so now I'm finally ready to build a team. I'm finally ready to build a team.
Come on, team.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Jay Bowen, okay? Because we all love Jay Bowen. We love us some Jay Bowen, but honey, Sharonda got Jay Bowen's cell phone number in her phone. I mean, and she won't share with me.
I kind of say he's my big brother in a sense. I haven't talked to him in quite some time, but I worked on 2 projects with him. So I got to style Denisha, I can't remember her last name. I worked with so many people. And he had a pop-up shop here in Huntsville, Alabama, and I was selected to be on the team as well.
That's what's up.
And then I attended his boot camp back in 2016.
Say hi to Jay Bowen from. That's your opportunity to get caught up and call Jay Bowen.
You know what? I need to do the resume because he's doing something real good, and I need to submit my resume. Yes, I have a tendency of doing a whole lot of things and not capturing those things. So I got to get myself together when it comes to that. So yeah, it's been quite the journey.
So another one of your accomplishments, and this is how we actually met. So I am also, I didn't even do my introduction in the beginning, right? So y'all know I'm the executive producer, right? So, and yes, I totally skipped that part. But I am also the editor-in-chief of Queen Size Magazine. And the way Sharonda and I met, we used to do the face of Queen Size Magazine. Now, y'all can't see behind this band, but I have behind me all of our previous faces of Queen Size Magazine. And Sharonda was, I can't even see the year, but I think you were the second winner.
2019.
2019, because we started in 18 doing the QSM face search, and she won in that particular year. So that's pretty much how we know each other, and I've loved her ever since. So of course I became close with all of the faces because we worked very closely together. But that is one of your major accomplishments because that was epic, honey. That's back when we used to do holiday parties, right? Yeah, before the pandemic came along. And
yes, pre-pandemic.
shut stuff down. But we're gonna get back to it though. I don't know that we're gonna get back to the face search, but we're gonna get back to those holiday parties for sure. Tell us more about some more of your accomplishments because you've done a lot. You don't share, but you
I've done quite a lot. Yes. So with Courtney saying she was an aspiring model, I have modeled before. And so in 2017, I was this was more so of a pageant. I won Miss Black Alabama Expo. 2018, I was in the top 8 contestant for Ashley Stewart, Finding Ashley. So then face of Queen Size magazine in 2019. I have
pause,
been huh?
pause. We're not about to breeze over what Finding Ashley says. Let's talk a little bit about that because so Finding Ashley Stewart, they don't do it anymore as far as I know, unless
Okay.
we weren't invited, but Ashley Stewart used to they used to host the Finding Ashley competition where they went all over the world looking for fresh faces.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, it all over the world, it came down to how many contestants? Was it eight?
It came down to 8 out
It
of
was eight.
the year that I did it. It was 20,000 contestants.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
20,000 contestants. And you were chosen as one of the eight. That's
Top 8.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Top eight. I was there that year too. Amazing show, by the way.
It was.
Um,
It really was.
honey, you won in my book, even though you did not win.
It is okay.
And and honestly, I would say all of the ladies that the all of the finalists in my book, they were all winners
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
to beat out 20,000 people and be the final eight, like you won to me. You
Yeah.
may
Oh
not
yeah.
have
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you may
Oh
not
yeah.
have taken home that grand prize, but that whole night, that whole experience was a win.
That
So
was a
congrats
definite win.
on that. Shout
Definitely.
out to Tamara Ivy. She's another one I'm gonna get on this show too because I love me some Tamara. She has definitely done a lot for us in this
Yes.
industry, and she spearheaded that whole Finding Ashley thing.
Yes.
That was a Tamara Ivy project. So
Yes.
shout out to Tamara for putting a lot of people on in the industry. So let's move on to some of your other accomplishments. Now let's talk about this pageant.
Okay.
So I knew that you had competed. I didn't know you at the time, I don't think, but I knew that you competed in this pageant. Tell me about this pageantry war. Now I have attended tons of pageants. I have judged several pageants, right? So you've modeled, you've done pageantry. Tell me, what is the difference between the two?
You're poised, I think. I mean, you have to be poised in both of them, but the categories in which you go out for most photogenic or I can't remember, it's been so long, but it's other categories. It has been long. Most photogenic or overall you know, appearance and just presenting yourself. So to me, in my just thinking, I'm thinking like pageant is more like an interview snapshot
Mhm.
of yourself and what you can bring and what you can help with society. Modeling more so is like, oh, I'm selling this garment. I'm a pretty hanger, and here I am. So those are kind of like the differences to me between pageantry and modeling.
So can a queen call herself a model?
What a pageant queen?
Hmm.
If she's doing it on a consistent basis. So modeling, okay, so pageantry is more so, that one year you're going to continue on and you're going to continue in the pageant. Now, modeling is a consistent basis. You're going to continue in modeling. You're selling garments. Now, to me, a model is someone that sells garments. Now, I see a lot of people say they model. There's a difference between pageantry, taking photos, and modeling. Okay, so a lot of people say they model, but they're just taking photos, in my opinion. And that's just me. Please don't beat me down, guys. But if you're a model, you're selling a garment for a brand or company or whatever. You're selling that actual product. You're modeling, whether it's a ring, whether it's earrings. You're modeling and you're selling that product for that company.
So I asked you that because I too have spoken to people, and people use the term modeling very loosely, right? So because I'm a pageant queen, people say, "Oh, I'm also an aspiring model," or "I am also a model," which is very interesting to me. So thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that.
I had to kind of point that out because pageantry is once a year, and you break it down. You're a snapshot interview, and they're going to judge you based on that because you get your numbers, and that's how they tally up who won the pageant.
Hmm.
Taking pictures, influencing, then modeling. You're working for an actual company. You have a W-4 or a y'all help me out.
1099.
Yes, and you're getting paid, and you're selling the product. So I'm just being don't shoot the messenger, please. Please don't shoot the messenger. I just have to be honest because I've been compensated as a model. And so that's how I have to break it down.
That's interesting. We're gonna have a separate conversation on that. Tell us about this room that you are sitting in.
Oh, okay. This is where I bring my clients. You can't really see because I got most of the light on me, but this is where I bring my clients for their experience. And so, um, some people have said this is a whole little store or boutique or whole shop. I just wanted them to get the experience of, coming in, sitting, and this floor is mostly open most of the time, sitting in the middle of the chair, and coming in, and I cater to them and service them to whatever garment they choose or whatever we went over prior to our meeting and them coming into this space.
What does a styling session look like? If I say, now I know because I've been through the experience, but for people who have not gone through the experience of hiring a stylist, and I highly recommend it. If you've never done it, I highly recommend you get a real stylist. Okay. Now I style people, but I'm not a stylist. Okay. I can suggest pieces that you put together, but I'm not a stylist by far. Okay. But tell us about what a styling session with Pinkfield and Styles would look like.
So I've changed up a little bit since you and I had our styling session. So my styling session consists of now a questionnaire, and I go through thorough questions, your body shape, your height, your bust, and your colors, your likes, your dislikes, and I go through what person do you kind of gravitate to as far as what you like in your style. And so I go through a whole booklet of that. And then also, additionally, after we have our consultation, I ask you for permission to provide homework. And what my homework consists of, my styling agencies, is an affirmation sheet. And so I feel like, and this is just me, I put a little twist on it. I feel as though, and I may be different than any other stylist because my fashions are fun, funky fashions. So you're going to see me with different things. So I feel like if I style you, I need to style you, yes, outside, but we need to address what's going on inside. And so my homework and my affirmation sheet, just for instance, say for instance, you don't like your elbow. You can't stand your elbow. And that's one of the reasons you like to wear long sleeves. And so on my affirmation sheet, I tell you to repeat, I love my elbow. My elbow is sexy. And you're going to say these things on the sheet. You're going to write them down. I have you to, and it says, what part of your body do you not like? And you're going to speak to that part. And I need it to get inside of you. And you need to say these affirmations about yourself so that when we take the clothes off, you're going to receive the confidence to be able to continue in the look without even the stylist. So I'm trying to set the tone for, we're going to make you look good. Pink Throne Styles will make you look fabulous on the outside. But we're going to, if you allow us to deal with you, we're going to work with you with the affirmations and the homework and the sheet on the inside as well.
That is amazing, honey. Now that's a perfect segue because you also started a foundation. I only remember the last part. It's heels because I know you in heels. Um, Tell everybody the full name and a little bit of what it's about. Because what I heard you say just now just kind of made me think of this foundation that you started.
Yes, so Fashion Heels, and it's HEALS. It's a play on words, and the letter L is a high heel shoe. Fashion heals, helping everyone acknowledge love selflessly. And so in our community, I feel like we have unhealed trauma that we deal with, and it causes us to self sabotage. It causes us to miss out on opportunities. It causes us to ruin great relationships. And so, one of my big things I just cannot get away is fashion. I love it. I just love it. I cannot shake it. And so, I've been able to see men, and I've been able to help them in fashion, and I see women, and I cater to women in fashion. So Fashion Heals is a foundation that will work with both men and women, and we will have community events. We will have fashion shows, and so the fashion that I'm going to present in Fashion Heals is going to be a little bit different. And so it may be like a two-layered fashion look. On the outside, you're going to see the trauma that we've had to deal with. And I've already been sketching this, and it's coming, sketching the looks that I want. So you're going to see the fashion on the outside. And then as the model is walking down the runway, they're going to release that unhealed portion of them to show the beautiful garment on the inside. And so we're going to work with counselors, and we're going to work with agencies and different ones to get people help, because I believe in the Black community, if I may say, and I'm just saying that because in all communities we need help, but more so because I am a woman of color. I feel like this is a segue. This is a moment in time where we need to address some issues that we have, covered up, that we have buried, and we have not addressed. I myself was a victim of sexual assault. I myself was homeless, and I myself had a father that committed suicide. And so going through those types of, incidents, it created traumatic experiences in my life. And so I've got to a point now where I dealt with all of that through counseling, through healing, through the journey. And now I want to be able to help a community of people do the same thing, even relationships with their mothers. My relationship with my mother was healed through my healing, because her hurt people, and I know it's cliche, hurt people, but it's the truth. She was hurting from the incidents that happened when I was a child. And she explained to me she felt like it was, right to take some of the anger out. And she's not, I don't hold it against her anymore, because I love my mother. My mother's like my best friend now. And we'll get on camera and talk about some of the things, but I would not let anybody judge her for her position, only because hurt people hurt people. And I understood. Once I went through my healing, I came to a point where I can say, you know what? I need to have empathy for her, because she went through the same thing. And it's generational. My grandmother experienced something like that. So it's just generational things. And so Fashion Heals is my organization, my baby, that's going to be able to help the community. And it took me a while to want to. So like when you say you did all this stuff, I'm like, oh, I did do a lot of stuff. Like I did do a lot of stuff, and I could never, it was like I was always the little engine that I could never get to that whoof, that explosion moment. So now I believe with Fashion Heals, I'll be able to, as I move over to the state of Georgia, I'll be able to transition into what I am purposed to do on this planet, and have my image consulting agency.
Doing big things.
That's commendable. And thank you for sharing your story. That's very commendable.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, the only way I think we grow is if we're transparent, and if we're open, and I know sometimes these things are heavy, and a lot of people don't want to deal with them, but we have to, in order to, I feel, walk in our true authentic selves. And that's one of the reasons why I said I felt like the little engine that could, because I was not walking in my true authentic self. I would promote and want to promote women and promote healing, but I was still carrying the baggage of the hurt and the pain and the, things that happened. And so now I'm at a place where I'm free. Ooh.
That statement has so many levels. I'm free. So many levels. We have to do a whole nother conversation on that, but that statement has so many levels to it. You being free. But you yourself just have a whole lot of layers. Just it's
Yeah.
like as soon as you think you know somebody, it's like interesting. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So I commend you. I commend you for stepping out and just beginning that healing process, because it healing is like, the opposite of depression. When you depress, you just get further and further and further deep into that depression until you get the courage to climb yourself out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like once you start to heal, it's like, oh, I'm good here. What else do I need to heal? And it's just, you just keep going until you just become this whole person that you either never was before, or you were before and just
Yeah.
kind of lost it. So
Yeah. And another thing with me with the layers, the sexual assault happened when I was 14. And so part of the thing with me was I presented it to my mother and it was not received and it was not dealt with. And it was basically like, oh, okay, oh well, that happened to you. And so I had made up in my mind at an early age that I would not tell anybody anything else. Because if my mother, someone who gave life to me, could do me that way, then this world, they don't care. So
right.
I would take it and put it in a box and I would lock it up and I would just deal with it and I would just go about and I would smile and still having like my book, Broken Pieces on a Strong Frame.
Thank you for mentioning that, by the way.
Mhm.
And then you just have a lot of segues. And this is the many layers of Sharonda, because you recently received an award for this book. Congrats on that
I
once again.
did. Uh,
Tell us about it.
Okay, yeah. So it's a co-author book and it's titled I Don't Look What I've Been Through. My comeback is better than my setback. And in there, my chapter is titled Broken Pieces on a Strong Frame. And I talk about my birth and my father's suicide and then my traumatic incidents up until when I go into the military at the age of 17. And I go into the military and then I cut it off. So now I'm getting ready to write another book and I'm going to combine that portion, but you're going to get all of the adult portion.
Mhm.
And so now you have, and then this is just what happened to me. So I had the traumatic incidents as a child and then some stuff as an adult and then trying to work through all of that. And now I'm finally ready to let the world know that, hey, if I can overcome and not look like what I've been through, truthfully, then so can you.
And you're doing it all through fashion.
Mhm.
Yes. My favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah, it's amazing. Good for you. Courtney, you have any questions before we drop information?
I don't know. Sharonda has said a lot today, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I and listen, and I'm ex-military, Courtney. So and so I've had a journey. Like in my 40, well, my birthday is in 2 weeks, but in my 44 years, I can say that proudly, 44, almost
Great.
44 years of living, I have lived. I really have. I really have lived. And I can look at you guys and I'm an open book. I am an open book and I just want everyone to feel the freedom that I feel.
Mhm.
Speaking of journey, Sharonda picked up and moved to Germany at one point. I begged her not to go. She left me. Yeah. She's definitely traveled, ex-military. I mean, your children are grown, successful, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your son just graduated from high school. She bought the boy a car, honey.
Actually, I gave him my dream car. Remember, I
Right,
gave
right, right.
yeah, I gave him my dream car
So
because
the funny thing is, so many people watch that video of his graduation day. 'Cause when I talked to Mickey the last time, and I was telling him, I was like, it's interesting just meeting people in the industry and knowing them for so long, and then watching their children grow up. Like Sharonda and I went through a whole like. Her grandbaby is my grandbaby at this point, okay?
yes,
Because we don't went through the pregnancy together.
yes,
The
yes,
whole pregnancy. We don't when it was time to give birth, like I felt like I was there. So your children become my children, your grandchildren become my
yes.
grandchildren. And that's how I feel with a
Likewise.
lot of the people in this industry that I work very closely with. And I love that. I love that for us.
Yes.
People say that the industry is very catty. The industry is very catty, but there are some authentic people that I've connected with in this industry. And Sharonda is one of them. And now Courtney. Courtney, my girl. Courtney's my girl. You know, when I bring people in on anything that I do business wise, like when you're behind the scenes, there's a level of trust there. Because me, I don't trust many people. So if I bring you in on those conversations, then you have proven to me a level of trust. So kudos to y'all. Kudos to you, Sharonda.
Thank
Um,
you. Likewise. Thank you so much.
I'm crossing my fingers for you this year. Hopefully, third time is the charm for you. But either way, the fact that you have, even with, look at this as the Fine and Ashley thing, there's so many people who are nominated in these categories. And to be chosen as the top four people from hundreds of people. When I tell you there's hundreds of people that are nominated in these categories that have to be vetted down and then voted on and all that stuff. So to be recognized as in the top four is an accomplishment on its own. So
Mhm.
congrats on that and good luck with everything.
I am grateful at this point. I did speak it this year because last year I was a little on the fence. I was like, I'm gonna come stepping because that's me. I'm a dress because I'm gonna wear I'm gonna put it on when I come. But I'm gonna be honest. Internally, I was like, Sharonda, you've done a lot of work, but you gotta, I know me. But this year I said, I spoke it. I spoke that thing this year. And so whatever happens, happens. I've been blessed as well with the book award. I received an award not too long ago, Side Hustlers Award. And then my category was fashion, and I won that one.
Wow.
And I'm being
Nice.
presented again in September in California. So listen,
Honey, they see you worldwide, baby.
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be a nominee. I'm so grateful. That is an honor. And then, with my resume, that's just a privilege and it's an honor.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, so let's do this. Courtney, please do tell people where they can follow you. And Sharonda, you will go next.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So you can find me on Instagram. It's Courtney. So it's pretty much my first name, drop the Y and add the W.
So simple.
So I have a couple of platforms on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me as Forever Fashion 24_8, and also TikTok. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find me as Pink Throne Styles.
And that's Sharonda Grandberry. Definitely visit her website. Sharonda has a classes sale coming up as well. So make sure you stay tuned to her pages. I'm not going to tell you when it is because I want to buy most of the stuff. So make sure you stay tuned.
Everybody is waiting on this closet sale. I will tell you this, guys. It's quite a bit of stuff. So the sizes range from extra large to 3X. So, and I've been selling pieces off my back lately. So, but they're going to be very nice pieces. No piece in there, unless it's a gown and a beautiful gown. No piece in there will be over $45. I'll just lay that on y'all real quick.
So Sharonda posted this inspirational post. Was it yesterday or the day before?
It was actually was it Sunday? Sunday or Monday? One of them.
One of them days.
My schedule is so crazy.
Very recently. And I read the post and I was like, oh yes, like. And then I put, so can you take off that jumpsuit and just put it in the mail? And my jumpsuit is on the way. I'm just saying I paid for it, but my jumpsuit is on the mail.
Well, you were not the first person. Like I went to another.
I don't care, right?
I'm just saying. So it's happening a lot. So I'm just like, okay, let me just go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. So that, because I want to move my new journey. I want it to I want to go with less stuff because this is a lot of stuff. At one point, I wanted to open a style house. And so I was kind of, collecting stuff. But now I want to do fashion heels. And so I am going to do fashion heels, and so that's where I'm at.
All right, so y'all stay tuned to her page so you can find out when the sale is. Once again, let me just give you a friendly reminder. If you have not picked up your phone like I told y'all to do earlier and put the date in your phone, November 4th, you have time to do that right now. Make sure you get your tickets while they are still available. The website is theffias.com, THEFFIAS.com. You can follow us on all of our social media platforms. The Full Figure Industry Awards. We are Googleable. Okay. I remember at one point that became like a hashtag and people don't use it anymore. So I'm gonna start using that again. We are Googleable. Do follow Queen Size Magazine as well. The Full Figure Industry Awards is presented by Queen Size Magazine, my other baby. You can follow me on Instagram. I do not have a ton of pages because it is way too many pages to keep up with. So please, Facebook or Instagram, Tawana Blasting Game. That is my name. You can follow me there. Okay. I'm reachable. I'm very approachable. Feel free to inbox me. Just don't inbox Queen Size Magazine because Sheena Pastel, our social media manager, she was like, I'm not your secretary. If it's not business related to, please do not reach out to Tawana. So reach out to me on my personal pages. Again, November 4th. Make sure you get your tickets today. So before we close this out, we are going to play a cute little game. Let me get these cards.
She made me nervous about this game.
I mean, you know.
You'll be fine.
Very, very random. So it's not that bad.
Like you put me on the spot. Who you saw? I'm like, Tawana, I can't remember all the people.
Girl, people do that to me too. And I be like I did an interview recently, right? And they were like, "Oh, who are your honorees?" Now I know damn well who these honorees are, okay? Because, but then when you put me on the spot and have to remember, I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry I did that to you.
No,
But
you're fine.
We're gonna play this cute little game. I'm gonna ask you guys, I'm gonna ask you ladies 4 questions, one at a time. Sharonda, I'll let you answer first. Courtney, you can answer afterward, and I will give you the correct answer. So if you're right or wrong. And just to be clear, you win absolutely nothing if you get all of them right. Um, you just get off this live and just be like, "Oh, I'm smart. I know the answer." That's not to say you're not smart if you don't know the answer, but anyway, y'all ready for the questions? Okay, the first one.
I'm ready.
This card is hard. I'm just gonna go ahead and move that one out the way because I was intimidated by the first question. Okay, so this is okay, interesting. You ready?
Yeah.
How many miles is in a marathon? It's the faces for me. Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess.
Is it 5?
10.
There are 26.2 miles in a marathon.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's running 26. Okay, no. I'm sorry.
Not me. That's very interesting. Okay.
26 what?
26.2 miles. Don't forget the 0.2. Okay. You ready for the next question?
Yes.
How many points does a Star of David have?
6.
6. Correct. Look at y'all. Okay. Oh, I know this one. What was the name of the space shuttle that exploded shortly after takeoff on January 28, 1986?
Girl, I know it, but I cannot remember. Does it start with O? Apollo? No, that one didn't. No.
What you said, Courtney?
Challenger?
Yes.
Yes. That's it. Yes. As soon as she said it, I was like, yes, that's it.
I remember this because I remember being in school when it happened. I'm not gonna tell you what grade I was in, but I was in school. Okay. Okay, let's go to the last question. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. UNICEF works to ensure the rights of what population?
Children?
Well,
Sharonda.
oh God, wow! I know I see the colors. They're blue and white. Oh my gosh.
Can I
Give me
phone
an
a
answer.
friend?
I know. Wait,
Sharonda is your friend right there.
it's not children.
It is children.
It's children.
It is
That's just
children.
to see. That's all I got.
That's what it stands for. United Nations Children's Fund.
Oh gosh,
No.
I'm done with you.
So, okay.
These questions.
Not you didn't do too bad. That was the end of the game.
Okay.
You got 2 out of 4. That's not too bad. You have smart.
You got me at the end of the day, and I'm over here like it's time to go to bed.
I'm done. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for your time. That game was a lot of fun. Congratulations on all your success so far, Sharonda
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you,
and Sharonda.
ladies.
We
Thank
will
you.
definitely be looking out for all of the fabulous things that you have going on. Make sure you guys are following her. I'll be sure to put the links in the description. But do me a favor, you guys, hit that subscribe button so that you can see all of the amazing content that we are going to be posting on our YouTube page. Courtney, thank you so much for your love, for your support, for your help always. Thank you for being my fabulous co-host this
No
evening.
problem.
And you guys make sure you are following us, thefires.com. All the links to our social media platforms there. You can also buy some tickets while you're there as well. Thank you once again, everybody, and have a fabulous evening.